Yo, how's it going, broskies? You know what I'm getting really tired of? I'm getting really tired of all these people on Twitter just spurging out over simple jokes, threatening to cancel and deplatform anybody who slightly offends them. Cancel culture has been on a rampage this past year, and it has hit my boy Kurtis, man. Rip the homie. Apparently, he's canceled now because he made a joke about the current meme, bussin'.
This shit busted.
So Kurtis Connor had tweeted out, "Me on a bus, yo, this is bussin'," and apparently some people got mad at that, saying that he's appropriating black culture and being racist. I have no idea when quoting popular memes became a racial hate crime, but dude, Mans was just quoting a meme, and he had to issue an apology all because of a bussin' joke. So I'm guessing the reason why people were spurging out was because he was speaking in Wave, A-A-A-V-E. I don't know how to pronounce this, okay? I'm black, I should probably know this. But African-American vernacular English, which is basically just slang and meme terms. And for some reason, some people on Twitter think that only black people can use these slang or meme terms because if you're white and you use any of these terms, then that means that you're a racist and you're basically Hitler. Which honestly, as a person of color, I have no idea why that's even a thing. Since when did the way a person talks become specific to a certain race? Like, if they're saying that slang and hood and meme talk is like only from black people, that's so false. There are white people, Mexican people, like all kinds of races that live in the hood and speak like this. I've known white dudes, like white as paper, that talk hood or talk slang. That's just because they grew up there and that's how they grew up talking. Are those guys now committing hate crimes simply because they grew up in that area and that's how they talk? Like, it's so stupid. Honestly, I think it's kind of racist to associate broken, improper English with only black people. Like, it's like saying that, yeah, only black people can talk like they're uneducated dumbasses. Like, bro, what? It's meme slang, not some divine foreign language. Like, I get it, there are people from different parts of the world who have accents, okay? We're not talking about that. We're talking about slang. We're talking about different ways of saying different words in the English language, which Americans didn't even make up, by the way, so the fact that this is even a thing makes this even more dumb. Like, how are you gonna sit there and say, oh no, only black people can say these words, but white people can say these words? Like, bro, that's basically segregation, but with words, dude, what? That's like saying because a black dude made up the D's nuts meme that only black people can say D's nuts, and if you're white and you say D's nuts, guess what? No college for you, gonna make a Twitter thread? Yeah, you're racist now. Like, bro, look at this. Me on a bus. Yo, this is bussin'. Like, this is so innocent. This is clearly just him trying to be like, haha, bussin' joke. You seen the audio on TikTok? I know you have. Like, yeah, it was a terrible joke, okay, horrible pun, but it wasn't cultural appropriation, dude. He just quoted a meme. Like, there's people in the replies to his apology that he made talking about, I appreciate you taking accountability, blah, blah, blah. Bussin' is all this stuff. Make sure to give black people credit every time you quote a meme. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry, but I just think that's so dumb, okay? As a person of color, like, just because a person of color made up a meme doesn't mean every time that you make a joke on Twitter, you have to say, oh, credit this random person on TikTok who made up this word. Like, no, everybody sees it around everywhere. It's a meme for a reason. People warp it, shape it, make their own versions of it. That's the whole point of memes, just for everybody to enjoy it everywhere. And it's not like this dude completely just, like, ripped off someone else's whole original content, okay? He didn't rip off someone's whole video and try to pass it off as his own. Like, there's no credit needed to be given when you're making a pun on Twitter. And what makes it even worse is the fact that Kurtis Connor even apologized for this. Like, you have all these Minecraft YouTubers, these more family-friendly, you know, PC guys that have the younger audience that are always, you know, trying to fight for the right thing, you know, racism bad, which of course racism is bad, but not everything is racist. And I feel like these creators, you know, like Carl Jacobs, Kurtis Connor, they're so afraid of, like, being labeled as something that they're not, you know, which clearly everybody knows Kurtis Connor, he's not racist. Carl Jacobs, you know, he's not a piece of crap. Like, he's honestly, I don't even think he could hurt a fly. But they're honestly just fueling cancel culture even more by apologizing for simple little things like puns and joke tweets that aren't even, this is even offensive. He said, on a bus, this bussin'. That's honestly the crappiest pun I've ever heard in my entire life. But, this dude had to make an apology for it. What world are we living in, dude? Jesus Christ. It's just so sad to see that, like, Kurtis is being manipulated by this one section of his audience. And it's honestly kind of his own fault that this stuff keeps happening to him and other creators like him, because they keep on feeding into this and giving in instead of standing up for themselves and saying, hey, this was a simple joke. This wasn't meant to offend anyone. If you're offended by this, then you're honestly fucking stupid. Alright, now I'm about to say something that might be a little bit controversial. Okay, you know, maybe just a little bit, tiny bit. You can still have opinions on things even if they're not really relevant or related to you, dude. Like, I'm so tired of this narrative of, like, people saying, oh, well, you're white, you can't speak on this, or you can't have an opinion on this because you're not a part of this group or whatever. Like, bro, you can have opinions on whatever you want, you can think whatever you want, you can believe whatever you want. It's not like the topic today is something that's insanely controversial. It was literally a meme. Like, people are making a meme controversial. Like, what mental gymnastics do you have to do to say, oh, this bussin' meme that's been used by millions upon millions of people across the internet, if you're not black and you use the joke, yeah, you're racist now. And honestly, it won't stop until people like Kurtis stop putting out apologies for simple things that are not even a thing. Like, they're making things out of things that are nothings, if that makes sense. One thing that I feel like I've always known while I've made content is that there's always gonna be somebody that's saying, oh, this was too offensive, this is too that, like, I hate this, or this bothered me. And I've always known that, like, you just have to ignore it. When you're a comedian, you're going to offend somebody all the time, no matter what, and you can't always just listen to every single person that says, hey, I didn't like this joke. But nowadays, it hits harder because people throw the buzzwords at you that can, ruin your entire life. All the way up until 2020, people were able to acknowledge and think with their brain, hey, this person is saying that I'm a racist piece of shit because I used a meme on Twitter. Well, obviously I'm not. I'm just going to ignore this and move on, bro. What happened to that? Nowadays, everybody has to make an apology for everything because some people will spurg out and contact your sponsors and say that you're actually Hitler himself reincarnated here to finish off the job. It's really so sad to see so many creators who have already made it and, like, don't really need to worry about anything else in life, not want to make a stance and actually make a change on what's happening with cancel culture and how it moves and how it just absolutely wrecks people out of fear for just a little bit of backlash. Like, you're always going to get backlash. Like, that's kind of comes with the YouTube thing. People aren't going to agree with you. Someone is always going to absolutely hate your guts simply for existing. You know, that's kind of how real life works too, but it's a lot more concentrated when it comes to this YouTube internet stuff. And I don't know, I guess Kurtis boy cracked under the pressure and now he's apologizing for every little thing that Emily ACAB of the Alphabet Army says is offensive. I do understand how it might be kind of, you know, heartbreaking to see, you know, a community or a group of people that you support and having, you know, a small minority of that community or group of people come to you and say, hey, this kind of hurt my feelings. But bro, you're not responsible for everybody's feelings. Just say fuck it and do you. That's how life is. I just wish a lot more of these family-friendly PC homies knew that. But, yeah, I guess they don't because everyone's always having to apologize for everything all the time. And I get that Kurtis Connor and other people like him make content for people who want a more politically correct environment. But since when did being politically correct mean that you have to get down on your hands and knees and just absolutely kiss ass 24/7? Like, I swear to God, some of these creators are sucking dick harder than a prostitute trying to pay for her next meal. All because a bussin' meme offended somebody. Anyways, yeah, that's my 2 cents on this subject. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash a fat like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. Also, make sure to check out my Twitch. I do be streaming sometimes, link in the description. The lesson from today's video is if you ever use any meme slang, especially if you say bussin' or D's nuts, you will immediately turn black. No joke, no scam. Yell out D's nuts right now and you will literally turn into Michael Jordan. I'm not even joking, okay? The second that you start talking in meme slang, you turn into a 6'5" black guy with a 7-inch dick, bro. I am 100% serious, dude. I started doing it and now I'm about to get drafted into the NBA. Anyways, all jokes aside, I really hope you guys all had a fantastic day. I've been Lofi. Peace out, broskies.